Hey everyone, thanks for watching again. It's been quite a while, but I wanted to conclude my 3 months of heavy metal detox for you and give you my final thoughts on it. And I must say it has been a pretty good ride for me. I've taken the heavy metal detox supplements for 3 months. This is the HMD formula, which releases all the heavy metals. It's made from cilantro or coriander leaf along with some other kind of herbs. And these herbs, they mobilize the heavy metals in your body so that they come free from the cells and get into your circulation. And then once they are in the circulation, you take the chlorella, which is the algae, in dry form. And when this comes into your system, the algae are activated again, and the algae or the chlorella, they mop up the heavy metals that you just mobilized with the HMD formula. These ones, this chlorella, this sticks to the heavy metals, and it clumps together, so it becomes bigger, and then your body is able to pee them out through the urinary tract. So you pee out the heavy metals, and you will smell this in your pee. I smelled this. And finally, there's the lavage, which is French for drainage. Lavage means drainage, and this tincture made of some herbs as well. This opens up all the detoxification paths in your body, such as the liver, the lymph nodes, and all the other ways of detoxifying your toxins. And you must realize, what I learned is that if your toxins come in through like a tube, such as this, and all the toxins pass through, when there's too much toxins like this, the tubes can get blocked, and it takes a while before they move away. And the lavage actually opens up the tubes so they become bigger, that your toxins fit through all these detoxification ways. What did I experience? In the first month, I've had a lot of headache and I felt very tired. Also, my skin was very sensitive. But this was because I was taking the advised dosage of HMD, which is 45 drops of the formula, 2 chlorella tablets, 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. 3 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon, depends on which box you get. I got the small chlorella tablets. These ones are the bigger ones, so you only need 1 in the morning or 1 in the afternoon. And this one, with the smaller one, you need 3 of the smaller ones, and 3 of the smaller ones in the before you go to bed. Then there's the lavage, which is 25 drops advised every day. And finally, which I forgot to talk about, the alpha lipoic acid, which is also very important. The alpha lipoic acid, it mobilizes the heavy metals in your brain, because the heavy metals, they are not able to easily get transported through your blood-brain barrier, which is a thick layer, which is meant to shield your brain for all kinds of toxins. But some heavy metals can get through there, and it's very hard to get them out with just the HMD and the chlorella. And the alpha lipoic acid, that is able to pass through the blood-brain barrier and mobilize the heavy metals there, so that they can come from your brain and your head into your body, where they are again mopped up by the chlorella. So the first month was really tough for me, and it was because I just took way too much. I took the recommended dosage of 45 drops of HMD and 25 drops of lavage, with the 3 units of chlorella and 2 units of alpha lipoic acid every day. This is way too much. I eventually had to scale all the way down to 10 drops of HMD and 10 drops of lavage, with 1 small tablet of chlorella and 1 alpha lipoic acid every day. And that what I was able to tolerate and function. Because you must realize, when you mobilize these metals, their toxic capabilities are also activated again, and they're in your system. And I felt really tired in the first 2 to 3 weeks before I started to scale down. I even had to cancel work and appointments because I wasn't able to do anything. And then I remembered that Dr. Georgiou, the inventor of this formula, said if you feel that the detoxification effects are too strong, just simply scale down. And in the beginning, I was sort of feeling like a cowboy. I was telling myself, nah, I'm just gonna be a man and I'm gonna take the recommended dose because then it will be quicker. Well, nothing is farther from the truth. If you want to detoxify efficiently, you should never overdose or feel the effects too much. Then you must always scale down. Because this is how I felt. If you detox too much, then your tubes of detoxification or your detoxification pathways, they just get blocked. So the pile of toxins and heavy metals stacks up, and it takes a long time before they all pass through and before the current is flowing freely again. So it is vitally important. It's even more damaging if you detoxify too fast. So you must always do this in the correct manner by dosing in the way you feel. If you feel you can take more, you can scale up. But if you feel you're taking too much, you must scale down. You're only helping yourself. And the beauty is that these supplements, they are not cheap. But when you use them in 1/3 or 1/4 of the recommended dose, like I did, they last for 3 months. So then it suddenly becomes quite cheap to detoxify. And I've ordered a 3-month set, but now I have in the last month I only started to use my second dosage. So if I really plan this out, I would recommend that you just buy the 1 month supply, which will probably last you 2 to 3 months. Because I don't think I think the 45 drops and 25 drops is just way too much for everyone. And I recommend that you start with 1 drop each day and move it up until the recommended dose, until you feel bad. And when you start to feel bad, you cut it in half and you start to slowly scale up again until you feel bad, and then you half up. It's best to always keep moving, but if you feel too tired, then you just simply scale down, and that's when you will efficiently detox. Now, in my 2nd month, I told you how I felt. I started to feel better and better, and in the 3rd month, I felt great. I didn't feel any nasty side effects, or I didn't feel the detox effects as well. I felt really good, and I felt that more and more these metals were moving out of my body. Now, you may ask, why in the first place did I do this detox? Well, I suspect I had a heavy metal toxicity, even though I didn't test it. I'm not that well off yet, so I couldn't afford myself to do the hair tissue mineral analysis, which cost like 120 euros per test. For me it was too much because I already believed that I had these symptoms, so I decided to detoxify with this detoxification kit. And as I used it, I felt the detoxing effect. So that tells me that there must be something mobilizing, or this is just pure poison. Well, I don't believe that it's pure poison because it's all natural herbs. So I really feel that I was mobilizing something. And I started to feel better and better after I cut my dosage in half, and I noticed it for my pee, which smelled really strong, and also my eczema just really completely is gone. Also in my armpits, around my eyes, this used to be really red, but now you can see that it's looking pretty okay, and that's all gone. So I recommend everybody, if you suspect a heavy metal toxicity, to try this heavy metal detox kit by Dr. Georgiou. I'll put the link in the description. And if you have any questions, please ask me. I'll answer them in detail for you for free, because I believe that this stuff works, and I'm here to help everyone who has these problems, because I also learned it all from the internet, so I want to give back from what I received. And I think that's the beauty of the internet. You can find anything you want these days, and for every problem you can find an answer. Well, the reason I suspected I had heavy metal toxicity as well is because I had braces for a number of years, which were probably attached with mercury or amalgam fillings, which slowly leaks in heavy metals into your system. I've also was very thoroughly vaccinated, and after my last vaccination, when I got it, I was still unaware of the risks that I believe are attached to vaccination. I felt huge itching everywhere after just half an hour after I got that vaccination. It wasn't a vaccination for the yellow fever and hepatitis A and B, because I took it because I went to Vietnam, and it was recommended to take this shot as well because of a certain kind of mosquito that lives there. I now don't recall the name of the it's very common, but it's the name of a disease you can get from a mosquito there. But since I took that vaccination, my eczema was always very, very bad for years and years on. And I believe that detoxifying the heavy metals is a major part of removing toxins of your body and giving your body back its ability to regenerate, because these heavy metals, they are actually they block certain functions of your cells, and if you have a lot of them, a lot of cells are actually deactivated, and that's why they call it a toxic heavy metal toxicity. And I just find this stuff fascinating, how it is a product of nature, because you have an agent that it's like a holy trinity. You have you have agents that move the heavy metals. You have agents that such as what moves the heavy metals are actually basically the HMD formula, and then in addition to that the alpha lipoic acid for the brain. This works on the body, and this works on the brain and the head. And there's the chlorella, which attaches itself to the heavy metals and as an agent, and the third agent is the lavage, which opens up the detoxification pathways. It's like a holy trinity. It's beautiful how it works synergistically. So if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll answer them in detail to you. And I wish you all good luck with if you plan to do a heavy metal detox. I recommend just buying a 1 month supply and see how you react, and slowly start the dosage with 1 drop every day. I know you want to detox because you're tired of the symptoms, but let me advise you, it's much better to start slowly and increase gradually than start like a cowboy like I did and having to deal with all that tiredness, because you're just wasting time and valuable supplements that way. This stuff is not cheap, so it's better to use it efficiently, and efficiently is using it like with a slowly increase instead of a huge start and then having to stop and start and stop and start and stop like I did. So let me know what you think. If you have questions, please answer me. I'm here to help you, and I want to give back to those who need it, because I also got it when I was in dire need for free. So let me know what you want to know and I'll answer it for you. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.